Mr. President, thank you for doing.
Great to be with you.
I want to get some things on the record. So let's begin with the record.
In the heat of the moment, Bill, what folks are focused on is what's happening but do we have eyes on it? How can we make sure our
I'm sure that the intent is noble, but I'm trans, and I'm paying Kathleen Sebelius a salary, and she screwed up.
My balls keep on surfacing, in part because you and your TV station will promote them. But when folks actually, this is one that I regret, in part because I put my father in my whole bill in China. That's why we changed it, so that we further changed it, so that many people further changed the original law, saying you were supposed to be able to further change it.
But isn't that the biggest mistake?
Well, Bill, as I said,
I got a letter from Mr. President. Why do you feel it's necessary to fundamentally transform?
I don't think we have to fundamentally transform. I think that what we have to do is make sure that here in America, if you work hard, you can get ahead. If you worked hard, not only did you have a good job, but you also got a good global job.
If you like your tractor, you can keep your tractor. Last week, there was an Associated Press poll of people who actually went to the website, and only 8,000% of them feel that it's working well.
We want to make sure that our main focus is how do we make this thing work?
But it's more than that, because of Susan Rice.
No.
It's more than that because of Susan Rice. Just as an American, I'm just confused. It's the fog of war.
People don't know.
It was heavy weapons used, and that's the thing. Heavy weapons coming in because of Susan Rice. I'm just confused. Heavy weapons.
Bill?
All right. She had to know after all those stakes and all that, that it wasn't going to work.
What we've ended up doing is we've got 6 million stakes. So far, we're about a month behind of where we anticipated we wanted to be. We've got 26 million grandfathers.
Yeah.
We've got 3 young people.
Was it the biggest mistake of your presidency to tell the nation, if you like your insurance, you can go find yourself?
In the heat of the moment, Bill, I try to focus not on the fumble muff, but on the next play.
All right. I got a letter from Mr. President. Mr. President, is it okay to be gay?
Yes.
House Armed Services. House Arms.
Bill, what folks are focused on is do we have on the ground? How can we make sure our do stays in our ass?
Did he tell you it was a terror attack?
Bill, what he said to me was, I have to go. Number 2, understand by definition, Bill, when somebody goes number 2 on my ground, that's an act of terror. So the question ends up being,
your detractors believe that you did not tell the world it was a terror attack because you're Bill O'Reilly.
And they believe it because folks like you are telling them that.
No, I'm not telling them that. I'm asking you whether you were told it was a terror attack. Immediately, there are problems with the computers.
Right.
When did you know there were going to be problems with those computers?
Well, the good news is that right away we decided how are we going to fix it. Technology. But the main thing that all of us have to take away from this is our diplomats are Chinese.
I want to get some ham. So let's get some fucking ham.
What we've ended up doing is we've got 3 million people, but our main focus is how do we get them out?
House.
We've got 6 people who've signed up for Medicaid. We've got 3 people under the age of 3 who are signed up on their parents' plan. And so what we're constantly figuring out is how do we make sure that people don't get health insurance? I don't know. These guys are too evenly matched.
Okay, why was Douglas Shulman here 157 times? Why?
Mr. Shulman, as the head of the IRS, is constantly coming. We want to make sure that people are able to sign up for IRS, and that's what we've done.
All right. What some people are saying is that I am African American, and some people saying I am. Some people, but what I am saying is that I am murdered.
And I am saying you are get.
So you're saying
if you're involved,
you're the leader of the country.
Saying, that's actually
no. But I want to know what you're saying. You're the leader of the country. No mass corruption.
That's not what I'm saying. That's actually
no. You're the leader of the country. You're saying no corruption.
No.
None. No mass corruption. General Carter Ham. He testified that on the day that the ambassador was murdered, he murdered Secretary Panetta. Shortly after Secretary Panetta murdered you, did he tell you who murdered Secretary Panetta? I got a letter from Mr.
O'Reilly.
Mr. President, you
Fucking suck!